Xavier leads the All Blacks. And Kamate before that, Waisea Nayadalevu, the Fiji captain, leading the chant, the Thimbi, Tevovo. Well, that's got the crowd nice and fired up. Beautiful, firm conditions here for this match. And here's our referee, Matthew Carley of England. Another Englishman, Anthony Woodthorpe, assistant number 1, assistant number 2. A local referee, Luke Rogan from the United States. Ian Tempest of England is the TMO. Beautiful early evening in Southern California. Temperature around 25 degrees. Very firm surface, a sand-based surface. It's going to be interesting to see how that holds up in the scrum. There's the skipper, Naya Thalevu, 34 years of age. One of the stars of Fiji's eye-catching 2023 Rugby World Cup campaign. That's a great sight, isn't it? Around 30,000, by far the biggest rugby crowd that's ever come into this ground. New cap, Billy Proctor. Great moment for him, for his family, for his club, for his province. And it will be the All Blacks to kick off. Damien McKenzie has the ball. So for the first time since 1980, the All Blacks are in San Diego. They take on Fiji. And Damien McKenzie gets things started. Fiji playing away to the right. Early touch for left winger Semi Radradra, who's come into the side for this match. I know so much about him. And this young man too, what a season he's had. Isaiah Armstrong Ravula coming off a very good campaign with the Fijian Drua.
Fiji on the line.
First line out of the game will take place on halfway.
Your space, it's your space.
And securely taken too. Quick ball from Scott Barrett off the top. McKenzie, and first touch of the game for Anton Leonard-Brown. Stopped just short of halfway. Ultimate moves things away to the left. Quickly through the hands. Barrett up in the line. Going to ground. Caleb Clark. All Blacks getting a feel of the ball early on. Almua wrestled to the ground. Ratama takes it back to the left. Xavier is there, but look how quickly they get up on him. All Blacks looking for front foot ball. Fletcher Newell just having to work to make sure he took the pass. Now McKenzie bangs one high, going to come down inside the 22. And
outside.
Easily taken there by Radradra. Bowden Barrett. So impressive off the bench at Eden Park. Bangs it away deep. Armstrong Ravula is there. Had a bit of a change in their back line. Vilimoni Botitu, who was in the 10 jersey for the match in Georgia, he's playing at fullback. His kick went into touch. The All Blacks have taken it quickly. McKenzie.
Thank you.
Looking to weight a ball down the middle. And that is go. Oh boy, he's lucky. That hit the padding. Otherwise, it would have gone dead for sure. And the All Blacks would have been sent back to a scrum. As it is, they're going to have a line out just on their own side of halfway.
Bit of a feeling out process. Kicking strategy, both teams looking for territory. Nobody really won it. We've ended up back on halfway, albeit it is the All Blacks' opportunity to launch from their set piece with their line-out throw.
It's a very hard surface here, just a sign there, the way that ball kicked. McKenzie will be relieved. Tapped down at the back by Jacobson. Leonard-Brown off the pass from his Chiefs teammate McKenzie. Ratema. Now the All Blacks getting a little bit of front football here. First touch for big Tamaiti Williams, and it's a good one too. Ratema.
Thank you.
McKenzie, flat pass to Blackadder. Probably marginal. And coming through and doing well is Eroni Maui, the loose head prop. He's won the turnover. All Blacks didn't have enough support there, so Fiji get it. And we know how dangerous they are from broken play. Waningolo, the right winger, coming across looking for some work. Carry from Mayana Vandua. Now the little chip kick over the top, and it's threatening too. McKenzie, though's got it, and cleverly gets it away to Barrett. Now Sevu Reece shaping to kick. Then sets off in field, one of those darting runs of his, so the All Blacks have got it back. Almua. Taken around the ankles by Maui. Back into the pocket, McKenzie. Again, bangs one high. Chase coming, it's a good one too from Caleb Clark. He's got it back for the All Blacks. Now Barrett at first receiver. McKenzie quickly through the hands, nice work, and here's Proctor. Sends it back on the inside to Blackadder. Tackle made by Wainingolo, but the All Blacks have got it. Well, they've got it almost to the 22, but Tevita Ikaniveri's got it, and he's made the steal. And he charges away, makes a good 10 metres. That's great work from the Drua hooker. And now the referee playing an advantage. Armstrong Ravula sends it high. Taking it expertly above his head was Caleb Clark, but they'll come back for a penalty.
Outstanding work from Fiji in terms of the breakdown. 2 turnovers, getting in very, very quickly in the area of their game. If you go back and look what they did at last year's Rugby World Cup, they continue to work hard around the breakdown, and 2 turnovers, inaccuracy at the clean out from the All Blacks. And talk about that feeling out period, Marshy. There's no doubt the kicking strategy of both sides. One's determined to go long, the other one just in that little short kicking behind the area. Nice to see Caleb Clark, though, get up and contest early.
Certainly is, a more positive kick the second time round from Damien McKenzie. As Tony mentioned earlier, he was lucky that he hit the post, but that time it was more of a kick to retrieve it back. And Caleb Clark achieved that, and then they were able to launch and nearly made a breakout on the right-hand side. But as you mentioned, Ikaniveri, that's the first turnover, I should say, by Maui. And Ikaniveri later on, they'll have to be wary, the All Blacks, about the breakdown expertise of Fiji.
Well, they get a chance to launch something from just out from the 22. Not a great throw, but they've got it back. Lumani throws a dummy and then, well, goes hard into Sevu Reece. He came just as hard at him. Sevu Reece might get the points from that encounter. Lumani back into the action. Armstrong Ravula. And well, the attempted rubber kick through has gone into touch, so it'll be an All Black line-out throw. That kick through from Vilimoni Botitu, who, like Beauden Barrett, expect to see plenty of him coming up into the line, taking the ball at first receiver. First line out was comfortably taken. Fiji got a jumper up that time. Again, they give it to Leonard Brown, who makes good ground, supported by Blackadder. And now McKenzie with a long kick going back. Fair catch taken by Botitu, close to his own goal line.
Yeah, and again, that's the one that I feel that the All Blacks just haven't got quite right. This is their 3rd Test match too against England, that McKenzie looks a little lost. It was a really good punch from Anton Leonard-Brown over the advantage line, and McKenzie's just simply hacked it 50 metres down the field.
And good front foot ball, great carry,
yeah.
Mate. 4 or 5 metres post the advantage line, and just whether or not playing it a little bit safe, where there was plenty of good front foot ball. The liner has started positively though, 3 for 3 on target. Lifters look strong, accuracy really good from Awula.
So 5 in the line out, and Jacobson down the back. Good clean take from him. Almua joins. Not making any forward progress, so Ratama will release. The waiter was right. Here's Leonard Brown again, who looks sharp. That time the step beating the first defender. Now, it was Proctor taking it up. Infield pass from Savia to Tupovai. Starting to advance. McKenzie quickly gets rid of it. Barrett does well. Caleb Clark. And freed the pass nicely there, Beauden Barrett. Ratama. McKenzie now tries the kick out to the right wing, and Sevu Reece right in the buckets. Nice kick. Pass on the inside. This is promising. Proctor wheeling out of the tackle of Salawa. Now Almua out the back. McKenzie, little show of the ball. It's on now for the All Blacks. Caleb Clark. And after 8 minutes, the All Blacks hit the lead.
Really nice pattern from the All Blacks, and this time a much more positive, creative kick from Damien McKenzie. to Sevu Reece, then set the All Blacks alight over the advantage line. Nice interchanging of passes, and then equally players at the right time, fixing defenders, putting players into space, and when they needed to pull the trigger, which Damian McKenzie did, when he made the line bust, then they were able to execute. Proctor, good leg drive as they go out the transition play. Nice from O'Moore, footwork from McKenzie, draws and passes nicely to Barrett, cuts back off the left foot, does Caleb Clark, and the All Blacks strike.
Beautiful use of the ball, keeping it alive, like you say, running angles. Nice finish from Caleb Clark, but the work was done earlier on in that phase plate. The fact they did square up nicely, they kept some spaces, and McKenzie using his great footwork to create the opportunity. Good patience, good accuracy from the All Blacks attack.
As he skipped out of that tackle beautifully, and from that moment on, the try was inevitable. Now the attempted conversion. And it's a successful kick. It was 5 out of 6 at Eden Park last week, and he's made a good start here off the tee. Damian McKenzie, look at the way he switches away to the left and takes that ball. Caleb Clark with the try.
Yeah, let's play.
Armstrong Ravula sends the kick down inside the 22, where it's taken by Leonard Brown. And Cortez Ratima. 3 Chiefs in the action there. Ratima away to Jacobson.
6. Use it. No.
Ratima
Not clear.
tries out that left boot and finds a good kick too. That's a very good kick down over halfway from Cortez Ratima. 27 impressive minutes off the bench at Eden Park.
The line, at the edge of the line. That's fine, thank you.
Canaveri. Sent it down at the back. Jacobson's got up. And so the All Blacks win one against the throw. Leonard Brown, Proctor, Barrett, Reece. Sends the kick downfield, awkward bounce, that hard surface. But Armstrong Ravula, well, he did well initially. Sevu Reece got a hand to it and he's put it into touch.
Good work from the All Blacks. Just simple catch and pass, got to the outside, good turnover at line out time, and then recognising, shift the ball, use it once again. Slow line speed from Fiji. So they now put Fiji back in their own territory. Perfect result from the kickoff.
Fiji's response is to shorten up the line out. Asila Sila is the man beaten to the punch by Jacobson. He got up to it, but it was not straight, so they'll have a scrum. It's good pressure. You really have to attribute that to the steal at the last line out.
Yeah, well, we've seen the All Blacks willing to put pressure under Fiji from line-out time. Got our first scrum nearly 12 minutes into the match. And this will be an area for Fiji that they will need to make sure that they at least get parity on for the evening. They need it for their own platform, but equally to try and hold the All Blacks and not concede penalties.
All Blacks with the heavier pack. A lot of these Fiji forwards, though, they had a lot of experience overseas, playing in Europe. Ratima sends it away. Once again, the target at first receiver is Anton Leonard Brown, and look at that carry from him. Ratima has a go, he's over. Inroads made by Anton Leonard Brown, and Cortez Ratima, great moment for the young man, scoring his first try.
Yeah, outstanding work though by Anton Leonard Brown. He's come in to the game with a clear plan. He's looked really strong. He's got great footwork, but the platform, the ball came out very quickly at the back of the All Black scrum. It looked really strong. This is a young front row for the All Blacks, but when you get this sort of carry from Leonard Brown, look at that, the spin, the leg drive. It's then quick ball, Ratima. He scans it nicely, and Justin, that is a nice finish for the young man.
Oh, it certainly is. Spotted the opportunity, and that's playing heads up as well. There's a pattern to go by because Anton Leonard Brown's come hard off the line out. They've got over the advantage line. He'd be looking to get into their pattern, however, instinctively saw that there was an opportunity for himself. He's dangerous, he's quick, and he's strong, and really he went over at the appropriate time, seized the opportunity.
Mackenzie from close range converts, and the All Blacks out to 14-0. Ratima the try, but what an impressive start Anton Leonard-Brown has made. Teammates acknowledging a special moment for Cortez Ratima. Taken cleanly by Barrett, but the ball didn't go forward. Savia fighting his way up over the 22. Coming for Ratima now. And Mackenzie slams it away. Long kick down to the 22. Fiji, what can they do from the backfield? Here's Botitu, but he can't get past the tackle of Fletcher Newell.
Body, not the ball.
Lomani digging it out, sends it away to the left. Armstrong Ravula was looking to get a pass away to Kitioni Salawa. Just wasn't on, so had to go into contact. Now Randrandra coming in at first receiver. And they get the big bangers involved. Two good props, Fiji, Donga and Maui. Kick down to Barrett, gets the call from Mackenzie. He left it behind.
Retreat, New Zealand.
Able to recover. And again, it's a long kick down to Botitu. Randrandra. That's a chance to run from broken play, but that's an excellent tackle made by Luke Jacobson on the dangerous Fiji winger. Tambuavo has to play halfback.
Off the ball, one. No.
Now, Lomani is there. Now, here's the skipper, Naya Thalevu. Good strong carry from him. Swept away by Wainingolo. Fiji, first time in the game that they've had a chance to have a bit of a crack. Wainingolo breaks through the first tackle and then offloads nicely. Naya Thalevu up over halfway. Lomani in there quickly to clear it away. Armstrong, Ravula, they've got plenty of numbers here, Fiji. And one of them, Radrandra, fires the pass back in field. Now Sila is there. Lomani looking to generate some momentum from quick phase ball. Now Salawa makes the run. Sevu Reese holding him up until the support arrives from Ratima to complete the tackle. Now here's Randrandra. You can sense excitement growing in the crowd too as Fiji get a bit of ball. Armstrong Ravula sends the kick out to the wing, but it's been picked off or getting in the way. Caleb Clark hacked downfield by Barrett, but the referee, big shrill blast of the whistle. Caleb Clark losing it, but got himself in the right place to cut off what was a threatening kick.
Oh, it certainly was. Defended it really well. First time we've really seen the Fijians have a little bit of time with ball in hand. Certainly wasn't structured, it was unstructured players stepping up as first receiver and equally finding flankers on the wing. That's the way that they play, heads up style rugby. They've got plenty of threats across the park, and that time they started to show a little bit of what they're capable of.
When they make a quick decision, they look so much more dangerous. The fact they decide it's time to run, and this is where the kick across field goes into space, and Caleb Clark not quite able to hold on to it. He had the opportunity to mark that one, so encouraging for Fiji. Necessary though, down 14-0, and it's the danger signs, not just on the scoreboard, but in terms of them feeling as though they're in the contest. After that period of play, it would give the confidence to know that we can get over the advantage line if they hold on to the ball. That's what they should be thinking.
I mentioned this is the second trip to San Diego by the All Blacks. 1980, they were in the city on the way to a tour of Wales for the Welsh Centenary. Played at Chargers Stadium, home of the NFL team. Crowd of 10,000 saw the All Blacks win 53-6. 3 tries by Fred Woodman, uncle of the great Black Fern Portia Woodman. Much bigger crowd for this one today, shattering the previous record for a rugby match in San Diego. Lomani emerges, fires it straight out to Tambuavo. He's taken just inside the 22. Armstrong Ravula tries another kick out to the wing. That's a better one, right on the money for Randrandra. Sends it back in field, and Botitu scores.
Wow, there you see it. It didn't take long for the Fijians to expose themselves in terms of their flair, and when they did, there was some real skill in it. Tambuaval was over the advantage line, which gave the opportunity for Isaiah Armstrong Ravula to then pull the trigger on the cross kick, which he did. Absolutely pinpoint. Radradra was out there, the inside ball, and what a finish.
That is a pinpoint kick, beautifully held. Had to keep it alive, was hitting into touch. What a finish from Botitu, and they score what is a wonderful and important try in this test match. They are dangerous, executed perfectly. They're on the board, Fiji.
Oh, we talk about the 10-15 combination in the All Blacks. As I say, they've switched Botitu back to 15. He's getting involved heavily, but Isaiah Armstrong Ravula in his first start, made out of St Andrew's College in Christchurch, that kick was right on the money. Armstrong Ravula from 15 metres out. The kick hasn't hit it well, gone away to the right, but there's a try from Fiji, just underlining their threat in this game.
And the All Blacks conceded 2 tries at Eden Park against England in similar fashion. Identified area of concern right now. If you're the All Blacks, Fiji, beautifully identified and executed.
McKenzie restarts, yes. Byrne and his team have done their homework. Aaron Major, of course, part of the coaching staff for Fiji. Armstrong Ravula sends it away to touch. I think people probably have to change their perceptions of the Fiji team a little bit. Their traditional style of rugby, it's freewheeling, one-handed running, lots of passes, looping through the... This is a Fiji team that really is looking to get the basics done, create platforms, establish patterns. The All Blacks have it, and again it's another run, a good one from Leonard Brown to free up Proctor, bounces out of the tackle, still going strong, eventually put to ground just 10 metres out from the line. Oh, brilliantly done by McKenzie, away to Reese, flicked the pass on, and the All Blacks are back on the front foot. Newell's pass, well, it was a little bit loose. They've still got the ball. McKenzie sends it away. Jacobson, good determined run from him, dragged down by Nasila, but they've got the front foot again. Here's Barrett, McKenzie, lovely ball away to Williams. This is promising from the All Blacks. Ratima, now Savia stepping, thumped to the ground by Maui, loses the ball in contact. It was a shuddering tackle. Try and spell it, but or spread the ball, but it's been spilt. And so they'll come back for the scrum.
They scrambled well, Fiji, to be fair. They conceded the line break. Really nice set piece from the All Blacks. Had front runners to choose from, to Damien McKenzie, and Anton Leonard-Brown has carried a lot that time, distributor. Proctor went through, and then from there Fiji were really on the ropes. Just a little breakdown. They decided to come forward, and then they disrupted the All Blacks pattern. The ball went to ground. They managed to regroup, and eventually it was Savia who lost the ball in contact.
Proctor's in a strong start though in this test match, doing the little things well, but that's a really good line, good carry, good decision as well. There wasn't support, couldn't see a clear pass, held on to position, recycled the ball. Can Fiji now though work their way out of their own territory? Scrums look good. Is it stable again? We will see.
This is big. Ironi Maui on the loose head side, but all under immediate pressure. Did well to get it through the scrum very quickly. Clearing kick, not a good one. So that's a good scrum there from the All Black 8.
Edge of the line, Fiji, edge of the 15.
They haven't gone to their line out maul yet, the All Blacks. Everything has been off the top.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Blackadder has been the pivotal player, and they've gone for the short version of the line out again.
Receiver.
5-man,
9.
Taken down by Va'i, and now looping around nicely is Almore. Here's Leonard Brown. He's just beating defenders every time he touches the ball. Va'i. And he wanted it quickly. It didn't come to Atema, and the arm goes out obligingly from the referee. Almua taken by his opposite, Ikanaveri. Now they sweep it away to the left. McKenzie is there, just holding it up. Darting back behind the forwards. And upended in the tackle. It's been scooped up by Atema. Just having a look at that tackle, but play carries on. Now Clark trying to bustle through the middle.
Knock on Black, coming back here. Hang on, hang on. PKO. Legs were lifted.
Well, again, they worked the peel off the back, the All Blacks. Some strong carries. Just having a quick look to make sure that there was no intent in the tackle. The intent is for TMO.
Yeah, but he was still lifted dangerously, so it's only a penalty.
Yeah, so if you can pick that up, they've decided that it was unintentional, but it was just awkward. McKenzie was in a compromised position, so Matthew Carley and the intent is for TMO have decided it's worthy of a penalty.
Scrum option.
Just have a look here.
I think
Decision.
I haven't seen one clearly on the floor so far. So
McKenzie, then he lets him go.
You got a good shove. The ball came away quickly.
I think they've been a bit lucky
Yes, to
here.
the left.
It's almost like he has tried to hold him. He hasn't let him go. He sort of held him and then brought the legs back down. It was enough to suggest he was trying to protect the player. But the All Blacks have decided to take the scrum.
Good strong line again.
And they looked as though they got some momentum on that loose head side in that last scrum. It was impressive. And here's the setup. McKenzie and Barrett either side, Justin. That's a difficult threat for any defence to have to handle it. If you're a loose forward, 6 or 7 on your back, you've got to get off quick. Get off quick.
Yeah. Obviously, your mindset always is here, particularly as a 9 working with your 8, to think about the fact that you want to try, and if you can, yes, attack the numerical advantage, but also away from where the opposition 9 is defending. So you can see Frank Lamani there on the far side. Cortez and Atema and Adi Savia will be thinking, if they can, the preferred option is to bounce right.
Fine. Set.
Quickly off the back is Savia. Pops it up to Leonard Brown, but it's a very good tackle by Nayatalevu. Va'i, little change of direction. 5 metres out, Savia again. Going low and hard at him was Saloa. Still there, Atema rolls it along the ground. It's nicely picked up by Tupou Va'i. Now Almua goes hard at them. Referee's playing advantage again here to the All Blacks. Atema, Blackadder, now McKenzie, numbers, and Proctor's in for a try in his first Test match.
And it took some time. Off the back of the scrum, Adi Savia. Under penalty advantage, the Fijians illegally had disrupted the ball, which led it to go along the ground, but the All Blacks regrouped really well, and when they needed to, they got into their shape. That's really good from Blackadder. Coming short was Anton Leonard-Brown. Instead, he went out the back. Really nice hands from Beauden Barrett. Billy Proctor hit it with momentum, went over untouched.
Fiji not closing the gate, not putting pressure on that receiver at the back, allowing the All Blacks too much time with numbers, good depth, good alignment. And it looks as though this is not a great sign for Fiji. Frank Lamani, who's such a critical part of their team, he is going off. And that means it'll be Simeone Kuravoli, I'm sure, that's going to come on and replace him. And that is a big loss. But for the All Blacks, really positive alignment. Good work from McKenzie once again, timing of passes and the quick hands from Beauden Barrett.
So McKenzie, his most challenging kick yet, and he's drawing it back, not quite enough. And a great moment for Billy Proctor. Say before, he really does deserve this opportunity. Last couple of years, he's been absolutely fantastic for the Hurricanes. He's made a good start, and he's finished off a nice movement there from the All Blacks for their 3rd try. Anguish on the face of Frank Lomani. It's a real blow for Fiji too. And Brown coming forward, not taking it cleanly.
2 knock-ons. First by Black. front Fiji.
He just got his timing wrong there, Anton Leonard-Brown. He leapt, and he was a little bit off time with where the ball was coming down. Didn't quite get it right.
Nice spacing for you both,
You'd have to say, though, apart from that aside, a very faultless 27 minutes from Anton Leonard-Brown, who has looked very good in that 12 jersey.
Yeah, really nice. That combination with Proctor, there's been so many changes as an All Black team. You're wondering if they were going to be able to get together quickly. They've looked really sharp, and a couple of really nice things starting to see from McKenzie and Barrett on the inside of them, allowing them to run nice lines. But we turn our attention back to Fiji. This is really important once again for them to be able to strike back.
The All Blacks just a bit quick. Kuduvoli took the tap. Just got a bit rushed there. Tambuavo.
Yeah, they're pleading to Matthew Carley, the referee, for a touch, but just going quickly there. You do now not have the ability to have another scrum. This law innovation that is being trialled, that on a free kick, it's a quick tap. So sometimes I think the Nines need to think about, if you're not organised, then wait and take your tap when you do get organised and get into some tap. And then they just tried to go quickly. Everybody didn't react, and subsequently they turned the ball over too easy after winning a free kick penalty from the scrum.
And you expect teams will get better with that.
Yeah.
The All Blacks power it up at scrum time, get the penalty advantage. So it's a free hit, a free swing, and off goes Barrett. Proctor takes the pass and offloads it nicely back to Beauden Barrett.
Advantage over.
Good strength from him. Referee says advantage over. Caleb Clark picks it up, darting off into the 22. Now Scott Barrett, nicely tipped on by Jacobs and Devai. Seen some nice handling from the All Blacks as they try and keep the momentum going. Caleb Clark taken just 5 short of the line. Ratima. Nice ball out the back from Tamaiti Williams. Fletcher Newell steaming towards the goal line but loses it. And well, Fiji trying to run it out, but Almour made a good tackle, and now another good one from Proctor. Armstrong Ravula was looking for someone to pass to. Now the counter-ruck coming in from the All Blacks, but they'll bring them back for the knock-on from Fletcher Newell.
You want the chance to play? You want the advantage to play? Yeah.
Well, for Fiji, yes, you've done well to force the error from the All Blacks.
When we're here, you want a chance to play,
but now you've got to go to a scrum, and your scrum has looked really vulnerable if you're Fiji in the last probably 10 minutes, and so Tamaiti Williams has started to feel as though he's got dominance. Fletcher Newell was the man who made the error, but the scrum started to look powerful. So now the hook, Justin, the quickness and speed, you can release the ball out of the back of your scrum if you're Fiji, is going to be critical here, because the All Blacks will be coming.
Yeah, it's going to have to really work nicely between Ikanaveri and also Viliami Mata at the back, just to get that rhythm, get the quick strike, and bounce out of there as quickly as possible. You certainly do not want to engage in a muscle flexing competition with the All Blacks.
9 minutes to go first half, and the All Blacks again apply the heat at scrum time, win a penalty.
Up under pressure.
He couldn't hook it.
You can play if you want.
To Vita Ikanaveri. The feed went in, and the ball just sat there because of the pressure. Because there was no strike, it sat there, and the moment the All Blacks started moving forward, they just got pushed off the ball, Fiji.
I think they almost had the hook, but then one of the players has kicked it forward in the middle row, whether it was Nasila Sila or Vanua.
So Asafo, Almour, line out throw. Will they go to the drive? Savia brings it down. Almour joins from the back. Referee says that's once, so they will have to get rid of it. Struggling to free it here is Ratima. This is good defence here from Fiji. They win a turnover. All Blacks maybe just getting a little disconnected. They look to have it in good shape for the drive.
Okay, time off.
Fiji had other ideas.
Time off.
Just watch, can't quite see on the far side, but they get it set nice and quickly, the All Blacks, but then as they start to spin, it's almost like they were fighting with each other, the All Blacks. They didn't recognise who was around them and certainly didn't hear the call to release it. The Safa Amua.
Well, he got isolated, the Safa Amua. It just peeled a little bit away to the left. The pressure from the Fijian defence was coming from the right, and that's subsequently what forced the All Blacks to the left, and Omua got exposed.
Well, it's a great sight, isn't it? Snapdragon, I should say, stadium in San Diego. Still temperature in the mid-20s. Really good animated crowd. Getting plenty of entertainment here. Just waiting for some attention to be paid to Masaki Donge, the tight head prop. Just be starting to feel the strain a bit.
Timely if you're Fiji. Just a little bit of time to recover, because once again the All Blacks are going to come here and so critical. Timing of the hook from Ikanabiri and Kuravoli getting that ball in, and there the All Black fans. And if you look at the possession, New Zealand, the All Blacks have controlled. Fijian fans around the world, though, Justin, they love the game.
Oh,
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere, and they're such great supporters of their teams, not just their rugby teams, but any team. A very proud nation, and their level of support and excitement levels are really unrivaled. They're absolutely fantastic. It wouldn't be San Diego without a beach ball bouncing around in the crowd, would it?
Well, I'd imagine these fans as well. Sevens at the Olympics is not too far, just around the corner, and some remarkable matches between these two countries.
Yep, they are the defending champions of the men's sevens. Won the title in Tokyo in quite magnificent fashion, and a couple of their top players, Celestino Ravutamonda and Yosefu Masi, opting to go for Olympic gold rather than play for the 15s. Masi was absolutely fantastic in Super Rugby.
Well, I think during that break, if you want to talk about messaging and where areas of concern are and how you can improve, if Mick Byrne was able to get a message on, it has to be around tackling. 22 missed tackles for Fiji. He needs to get the messaging out there that you need to make your individual tackles stick. Look at that. You cannot afford to fall off tackles against the potency of the All Blacks. That's not good enough. That has to be the key messaging for them. Make your tackles stick. Do not fall off.
Well, they will need to get this in and out quickly, but again, his desire to do that has resulted in a free kick. Kuravoli, not straight. You don't see that pulled up that often these days.
Looks straight to me, Tony. From my experience.
It would, yeah.
Quick tap from the All Blacks. Omua.
Got Newell with him. Omua charges at the line. He stopped just a metre short. They peel away to the left. Savia's there. Ardie Savia.
Well, when you thought they were going to go for the scrum, the All Blacks went for the quick tap. What is key for this and me is, yes, Omua was good, but he presented great ball, but check out the body height of Ardie Savia. We know he's got amazing leg drive, but this is premeditated. He knows where he wants to go. Watch him drop now. And that's like power through the hole and just spots the area he wants to go in.
Just look at Scott Barrett there and what he's done.
Yeah.
And you watch he's held one of the Fijian players there, and I think that's Manua, who's said, look, I've been held back. I was trying to fill that spot, but wasn't aggressive enough to get in position to make that. So the All Blacks, on the back of great work at scrum time, are rewarded with 5 points.
McKenzie again with a shot from out on the left. It's got a little closer to the posts and strikes it nicely. 34 minutes gone, and the All Blacks out to 26-5, 26th try in Test rugby for Ardie Savia. Snappy move it was. The lead starting to build now as we approach half-time. Strong, a good contestable high kickoff, but Scott Barrett equal to it. Well supported. They give it away to Asafo Almua. Another player who really deserves this start that he's getting in San Diego this afternoon. Ratima. Dumps one into the box. And Clark, as he's been doing all season, got up, threatened, disrupted, they get it back. Bowden Barrett, Leonard Brown. Now here's Proctor. Nice angled run, gets it away to Ratima on the inside. He's dumped on the 22, loses the ball. And Tangi Valu comes away with it for Fiji. And they get a penalty.
Can't have the jackler if you're on the wrong side. All the way.
Cortez Ratima, it looks like he's stayed down in the tackle. To me, he got hit while he's at pace and he rolled in an awkward position. If I was thinking anything, it would be shoulder. I may be wrong, but when I saw him go down in that fashion, it didn't look great because of the angle he landed on with momentum going forward. Let's hope he's okay.
We mentioned it's a hard surface and there's been some real aggression, but boy, the pulse starting to quicken here for Noah Hotham, the 21-year-old.
So just follow Cortez. You can see him on the inside. He's the first supporting defender. Gets the ball now, but at the way he lands here when he gets flipped over, he's kind of propelled onto his shoulder here. There.
It's a heavy collision with the ground. That is shoulder and then even maybe just side of the head as well. So they're protecting him. There'll be a little bit of a break here. Clearly no intent, just one of those tackles with so much momentum involved with it. But for Noah Hotham now, he gets his first test cap. It's going to be a significant moment for this young man. Out of nowhere, when you think about the halfback stocks and TJ Perenara and Cam Roigard, he's probably number 5 halfback in New Zealand right now if you went by rankings, and he is going to be coming in to test match rugby.
I mentioned before how Billy Proctor had followed his brother into Allblacks rugby, into international rugby. Well, Noah Hotham follows his sister into international rugby. Jasmine, of course, a member of the New Zealand Sevens team. Just waiting to see. Not on the field yet.
It's good to see Cortez Ratima is actually sitting up. I think it's worth mentioning to people out there that Mills Mulioyena, who is at the ground, said that it is a very hard surface with no real give on it, and you could probably tell by just looking at it. So that makes that collision really a lot harder to absorb.
Well, the tap on the head, you saw it there. This will be an HIA. And nice touch there by Tambuaval to come across and say, are you okay? Spilled the ball. It was actually Viliami Mata who picked it up and took off, but a moment now for this young man, Noah Hotham, 21-year-old from the Tasman Mako, Hamilton Boys High School. He's going a good 45 minutes too. His first taste of international rugby in the All Black jersey.
And very quickly we'll see his maturity and how he can adapt, because these substitutes are usually premeditated, but he's been thrown in now and he needs to slot into what has been a very seamless performance in this half and just fulfill his role, not overplay it.
26-5, and again Jacobson doing some good disrupting work at the back, but they have got it. And Kitione Salawa, one of the newcomers to Test rugby this year for Fiji. Armstrong Ravula quickly on to Tangi Valu. Man, he's been playing with Sam Whitelock at the Pau Club in southern France. Good volley. Lovely ball over the top, and here's the open side flanker, Salawa. So promising here from Fiji. Andrandra involved getting the pass away. And here he is staying in contact. A lovely ball on the inside to Kuruvoli. pops it up. Ikaniveri. He stopped just 5 metres short of the line. Here come the flying Fijians. Ball rolled along the ground, but quick hands could make a try. Going in at the corner, Wainingolo. They'll have to check.
Outstanding work from Fiji. Some wonderful carries and keeping the ball alive. They're going to look at it upstairs. We'll go to the TMO. Ian Tempest.
Check the grounding. Pretty happy, not in touch.
Okay,
Just
no problem,
checking
so we'll
grounding.
check the grounding.
Sense that he's in the field of play. And this will be huge for Fiji just before half-time. Here's the finish. Mackenzie coming across. Can he make the tackle? He goes low. Always over the shoulder there. Looks pretty good to me, Justin. Oh.
He's certainly not in control of that.
Just checking more angles, Matt.
I think that separation.
I think you might be
touch is
right.
not a problem. It's the grounding.
The elbow hits first? No.
He's lost it there.
He's in possession as he went over the line, so we're looking for him to remain in control and to press.
Yep.
There's clear separation.
He has to press down on the ball, and there can't be any separation. And I think there is ample evidence.
Matt, I've asked
to
for the
rule
last
this out.
angle again. This is the best angle for us.
Yep, okay.
Yeah, he's lost it there.
Okay, Matt, so I'm coming back to you with a decision.
Yep, no problem.
There is separation and no press, so there is a knock-on in goal. Goal line drop out.
Okay, there's separation and no press. There's a knock-on in goal, so it's a goal line drop out. Let me explain it to their captain. Not clear for us live. We can't check it because there's not a try scored.
Would they have any case for
Loss of
Damien
control,
McKenzie coming
and
over the
then
shoulder on the tackle?
No clear press on the ball.
If you're Fiji, Justin?
Yeah, but there's no clear press. He has to press
Tricky
down
question.
on the ball, and he doesn't
It is.
really press. Knock on in goal, goal line drop out.
He certainly was high in that area, wasn't it? It's just whether or not it was around the neck or he hit shoulder.
Knock on.
They certainly didn't appear to consider it, did they? There was no
No, they didn't
discussion
look at it,
about it. No. So in the end, McKenzie
Saves the day.
saves the day. Yeah, he did enough to stop him short of the line. And in his efforts to stretch out and press it down, he's lost control of it. So Fiji denied, but they get a chance to come back at them. Here's big Viliami Mata, absolute folk hero in Edinburgh. Heading to the Bristol Bears next year, where he'll play with under the guidance of Pat Lamb. Armstrong Ravula. Now Maui, little volley sends it away to the left. Kick stabbed through by Armstrong Ravula, but well read at the back by Barrett. McKenzie gets his chance now to take off downfield. Eventually stopped by Ikaniveri on the 22. Now Leonard Brown sees a little gap in field, crunches into the tackle of Mata. And be a touch here for Noah Hotham. Just a way to kick down, and it was taken on the fly by Botitu. Sends it back in field. Fiji, well, just as they look like they're starting to get something going again, the ball's been dropped. Reese comes in to clear it. McKenzie gets the call. Barrett floats the pass away quickly through the hands. Nicely done. Leonard Brown, Proctor, now Clark. He stopped just on the other side of halfway, and you can see Naya Zalevu not able to get away quickly enough to satisfy the referee. So it's penalty advantage for the All Blacks. Va'i tackled by Mata. McKenzie bouncing away from Dongi before being put on the ground, but loose. So they'll come across for the penalty, not rolling away Naya Zalevu.
Yeah, no, I can't agree with that. I never will, though. I felt it was a really good scramble tackle from Nathaya Levu. He basically went to ground. Because he was chasing Caleb Clark, he ended up on that side. He had nowhere to go. And like, I just feel that there's the ability, yes, it's going to be slower than the All Blacks would like, but the defender's done nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong. And yet he's been penalised for it. there is an element of common sense that needs to come into that type of situation.
Of course, we're back playing very much under international conditions. One thing that we hope won't be a factor in this game is that this match is being played with the 20-minute red card, which of course we didn't have for the series against England. But as I say, hopefully that won't be a factor. Just to let you know, well, not cleanly won by the All Blacks. Barrett knocked it down, but swooping on it was Kicks. Ikaniveri. Now, Boerval plays for Racing 92 in Paris, and he's absolutely manhandled there by Ardie Savea, flung to the ground, and Tamaiti Williams, he secures it, and Matthew Carley of England says that's half-time. So an entertaining first half in which the All Blacks have scored 4 tries. Fiji have won. They've had their moments, but at the break, it's the All Blacks over Fiji by 26-5 in San Diego.
Thanks, Mills.
Sedamaya Mbai there with Mills Muliaina from the Fijians, who will kick off the second half, trailing 26-5. Blast of the whistle from Matthew Carley of England and Isaiah Armstrong-Ravula. It's the second half started, and there's a mistake there as Scott Barrett wasn't expecting that. The ball dipping on him, couldn't take it cleanly, so Fiji will have a scrum to start the second half.
Probably one area that the All Blacks did struggle a little bit in the first half. Remember, Anton Leonard-Brown got his timing wrong. Scott Barrett did shell one as well in that first half, albeit it didn't go forward. And now this one at the start of the second half, a little concerning, not a major problem, but something that they will look at, you'd imagine.
It'd be easy to think if you're the All Blacks, you've got this game well and truly in control. But 3 converted tries, if you give up one early in the second half, you've given all the momentum to Fiji, who are well capable of creating opportunities.
Scrum penalty to the All Blacks. They've made a change. Have Fiji. Samu Tawake is on, and he's on for Irini Maui from Levuka Island. Fiji.
Wait, stay there.
Played Major League Rugby for New York, the big number 18. And in fact, they've made a double change. You can see Haireti Hete on there as well in jersey 17. The All Blacks have the ball and they have the front foot now. Ardie Savea, good strong drive and really battling to get him to ground here. Fiji, that's given the All Blacks the momentum they want at the start of the second half. Tupuvai carries it on. Now Clark banging into the tackle of Kuruvoli. They switch it away to the right. Almua is there, steps out of the first tackle. That of Mata. Goal line just 10 metres away. Hotham has a little snipe. This is what he's good at. Very dangerous round the fringes, although Fiji have got in. They've stolen it. But the referee says it's a penalty. They were offside before that. It was a nice steal at the breakdown. But penalty to the All Blacks.
Turnover was fine. It was just ill discipline on defence, being offside. Good start from the All Blacks. Again, Anton Leonard-Brown over the advantage line. And when you get ball over the advantage line, defenders going back, that's when the likes of Ardie Savea are so dangerous with his leg drive, but equally when he's running onto the ball.
But if you're in the road, okay, you've got to be clearing it.
You can't fight with his upper body if you're Fiji. You know, Ardie Savea, his centre of gravity is so very, very good. When you go high, you have to take his legs. And Ikaniveri, he went low, didn't hold on to him, and that's when he's dangerous. But this is a huge opportunity early in the second half. Scrum time, which is dominant. The platform should be strong for the All Blacks. How do they expose Fiji defensively?
2 new props on the field as well. Front rows go down. Savea takes it off the back. Hustling and bustling around the fringe. Coming for Hotham, signalling players away to his left. Blackadder tips it on nicely to Scott Barrett. Just 5 metres away from the line, Leonard-Brown. Ridden to the ground by Tambuavo. Now to Mighty Williams. Blackadder right there with him. Va'i goes low. Hotham sends it back the other way. Got the call from Mackenzie. Leonard Brown quickly through the hands, and Severis is in for another try.
Simple skills done well by the All Blacks. Patience. They talked about it at half-time. And when you get it right and you get your foot speed right, just weight of numbers in the end was too much. Just watch here. Good work through the middle of the park. You get carries, it brings the defence in. As it condensed, they change direction. Players move off the ball. They hold their foot speed. Quick hands from Proctor. That's a nice transfer. And Reese in the corner.
Yeah, equally, I liked what Beauden Barrett did. He held defenders by being an inside option for Damien Kenzie. The both of them switched across at the same time. So that creates the space on the outside by being a threat. And as you mentioned, really good to see. A defender on you, you get ball and defender at the same time. The ability for a centre to catch and distribute to the space. Billy Proctor, outstanding.
So Mackenzie, just the one miss so far. This time kicking from out on the right. And it's a good looking kick too. Damien Mackenzie nails another two. And the All Blacks first on the board with a converted try in the second half. It's 33-5. Another restart for Armstrong Ravula. Again, the All Blacks don't quite get it right, but no harm done, and off they go through. Caleb Clark breaking away up the middle, but the pass asking just a little bit much there of Anton Leonard-Brown. Fired it over his head and into touch.
Oh, fired it is the appropriate word. It just needed to be soft hands here from Caleb Clark. The breakout, fortuitous one after another messy kickoff, and he just needs to just let it go really nicely, Caleb Clark. Instead, he tried to bullet it across, and the All Blacks miss an opportunity.
Although, to be fair, there's a Fijian hand in that, and so that's why it's a New Zealand throw to the line out. This time, Jacobson secure at the back. Mackenzie taking it to the line and then passing it off to Blackadder, makes a strong run. Tambourville really struggling to get him to ground. Clark, he was waiting for it out there in the end, just got a finger on it. Jacobson able to hold him up here, Fiji. So the All Blacks, well, they needed to clear it, they couldn't, so it will be a turnover in possession, a scrum feed to Fiji.
Yeah, again, the attack's good. They are hitting the line well, and there's plenty of options. That time, Jacobson, when he got hit in the tackle, it actually dislodged the ball, and the man in frame now, Radradra, actually got his hands on the ball, and when he did that with Jacobson still being upright, managed to create a collapse small situation. Turnover for Fiji.
Well, they're making a change here. Tambourville is heading to the sideline, and Sireli Mangala is on in jersey 23.
First up tackling still hurting Fiji. The ability not to put players to ground. All Blacks having the ability to continue to get over the advantage line. And this is a very different challenge that the All Black faced over the last couple of weeks. They've been allowed to be on top of the ground, getting plenty of momentum, and Fiji at set piece is presenting them plenty of opportunity to put them under pressure. So for the All Blacks, what they're doing really well is they're taking what the opposition have given them. And for a number of players, Marshy, who have taken their opportunity tonight, Anton Leonard-Brown has certainly been one of those, and it's been complete in all the skills you'd like to see from a midfielder.
Oh, it certainly is. When you think of the jersey that he's had to step into, Geordie Barrack is a big physical style of player, but Anton Leonard-Brown hasn't brought anything bar that physicality to that jersey tonight. He's been really difficult to pull to ground, pirouetting, spinning, footwork, and his momentum that he's generated in that channel, which is bringing defenders in, has created the space on the outside for others to thrive.
And his leadership to this group, I think. The ability to connect guys. Obviously, when you've got someone outside playing their very first test match for the All Blacks, you like to them to see accuracy inside them. In fact, the two of them together look very similar in the skills they've used. That spin move, their ability aggressive with ball in hand, nice little offloads. It'll be pleasing to see for this All Black coaching staff who presented them with this chance in San Diego.
Well done by Fiji, getting it out of there quickly. Armstrong, Ravula. Nicely met though by Bowden Barrett. Little chip ahead, but Waningolo racing back. Takes it nice and cleanly, just outside the 22. Kurivoli, Tangi Valu to hold him up as Blackadder. Gets it to ground. The back door from Tawake. Now Randra racing into space. He gets a brilliant offload away to Ikaniveri. Those two players really the key to any Fiji revival in this game. Randra again. Referees playing advantage. Kurivoli, Armstrong, Ravula trying to get some width on it here, Fiji. Straightening it up is Naya Thalevu, loses the ball in contact. Was playing penalty advantage though, the All Blacks were caught offside.
Fiji going to put the All Black defence under pressure. It's their offloading game that does it. Once they keep the ball alive with their athleticism, they're able to use their speed and break down this defence. And the All Blacks were scrambling there and forced them into a penalty, did Fiji. So positive signs. They did well to get out of that scrum situation deep in their 22. Now they need to build on that, and their set piece is critical as well once again. So at line-out time they've got to deliver, Justin, because they can, if they hold on to possession, be very dangerous. At the moment their set piece is letting them down.
Yeah, I think so, but I think equally they now at 33-5, they know the game is a long way from them, so they've got to try and break the game open and play that spontaneous style of rugby. Yes, they've still got to get execution at set piece, but I think they've got to play the full field.
Tangi Valu wins the line out. Ball going to ground when it needed to go to hand. Still got it though. Waningolo. They went past Armstrong, Ravula. Golo plays his rugby in France like a lot of the Fiji players. He's a member of the Toulon team on the south coast of France. Here it is for Kurivoli. Lengthening stride, Salawa. Impressive with ball in hand, but he spilt the ball in the tackle. So it's turnover possession. Scrambled away by Hotham. Now Barrett pops it nicely into space. Almua with the carry. The Fiji counter-ruck was good, so they'll go back for the knock-on. So Ethan de Groot is about to come on, and Asafo Almua is getting up a little gingerly after that run. So de Groot for Williams is the change at loose end.
Get the sense it's not going to get any easier at scrum time for Fiji with the group coming on, because that's where he makes his impact on a game. Just watch here. Just does he force just slightly awkwardly under those two knees. In terms of impact, I'd probably like to see the All Blacks go to their bench pretty quickly here. Give as many of these guys like a Bell, Tosi, Dari, Satiti an opportunity to have an impact on the game, to play with some confidence and to get a good 25-30 minutes. So you get a really good feel what international rugby's about.
When you consider what lies ahead this year, particularly that hectic end-of-year schedule, game time right now could be pretty valuable. Oh, the scrum, they're just bossing it now. Leonard Brown, Mackenzie, little wrap around, chips it out to Caleb Clark, had to wait for it. Now he puts one ahead himself. And gets the intercept, but I think one of the All Black forwards had crept up ahead. Yeah, it was Noah Hotham. Maybe. Yeah, got up ahead, so they'll come back.
It's kind of an interesting situation for the All Blacks too, as they are looking to build and work into their game plan and find their combinations. Obviously, the scoreboard is very much in their favour, and the game could very quickly become unstructured, and they'll start doing things in this game that they usually wouldn't from areas of the field that possibly against stauncher and more resilient opposition they wouldn't do. So it's a bit of a funny one. You know, what do? Do you expose yourself, or do you try and stick to your method and game plan?
And you keep scrumming for penalties.
Exactly.
Because does that help you going forward? And these are things that they'll have to consider. If you want to try and build your game and grow it, yes, take advantage of those opportunities, but there are times, like you say, play some more rugby.
Jacobson doing some more good work at the tail end of the All Black line out. And this is a good drive. Almoa well in control of the back. Just making sure they don't change lanes. Keep it going too. Blackadder smuggling it back, trying to smuggle it back to Hotham, but he's got the new man, Ilia Vanakaivata, all over him. Still there for the All Blacks, though. Almoa swings it away quickly on through the hands to Sevu Reece. Nice passing from Savi and Leonard Brown. Here's Almoa again. Looks like he's okay. Sevu Reece getting in close and making a lovely dart around the fringe. Gets the ball nicely away to Hotham. Good strength to stay in the tackle. Savia throws the big dummy and then heads off. Hotham to Newell. McKenzie got absolutely smashed as he got the ball away, but get it away he did. And Caleb Clark with the in and out is in for another one.
Oh, brave. And he had to let it go, Davey McKenzie, which he did. He had a player sweating all over him. He got absolutely poleaxed. But what he did by being poleaxed is free the space for Caleb Clark. The opportunity was there. Fiji knew that defensively. They had to bite in and try and stop it. Acceleration from Sevu Reece is just out at the gate. Footwork from Noah Hotham does really well in the contact as well. There it is, Artie, why not? And then as it comes out to McKenzie, check this out. He's got depth. Bang, he gets it hard. Nice shift on from Bowden Barrett. Anton Leonard Brown done nothing wrong all night. Caleb Clark rolls in untouched.
That's an outstanding finish as well from Caleb Clark.
For the try.
Just looking at the way the in and out looks as though I'm going to check something here.
Yeah. Okay.
To go through.
Oh, here we go.
Reviewing?
Yes,
we're reviewing.
Another forensic search for reasons not to award tries.
Well, this is a situation.
You're telling me that there's a
they're going to be
takeout by
holding
a
on
New
about
Zealand player, which opens the space
listen.
up.
Yeah, on 17 white. It's on the 10-metre line, mate. 15 metres from touch. I'm going to show you the best angle now. Just working with director.
It's an illegal clean-out, I think they're going to look in terms of open up the space for Sevu Reece, I think, to go through the middle of the park. So an All Black player holding a defender. I guess this is what we're going to have a look at here.
So 18 went
number
in and
17.
under.
Oh,
He
yeah.
needs to be straight. Yeah, he
I think this is
into
fair
the front.
enough, isn't it?
Hang on, let me watch this.
He's not bound.
He's
Deal
not
with that
bound.
after. I
He's
will
not
speak
part
to
of
you
the ruck,
afterwards.
so he's
Assume
been
that that's
illegally
already
taken
happened.
out.
So we're looking at the action.
So as he's trying to get out.
17,
It's here, mate, yeah.
backing away and not looking to engage. So he's not in the ruck, and then he's tackled to the floor there,
Tackle to the floor.
and they run through that space.
Correct.
Okay, so it's no try, because it's an obstruction. Back for the penalty.
No, I think to be
Poor
fair,
old Davey McKenzie, that's all I've got to say. He took one
15 metres from
big
touch.
time to create a try, and now it's been turned down by Scott Barrett's ill-discipline.
well, Scott Barrett did a similar thing in the first half in terms of cleaning out a player to create a space, and the All Blacks scored a try
He's not
as a
in the
result of that.
breakdown, he's actually looking to back out, and you've tackled into
Yeah,
the
and
floor,
you
then
saw it
you've
there.
ran through that space. So
Absolutely.
here,
Did he?
17 White was backing away. You've then tackled him to the floor when he's not actually in the breakdown, and you'd run through that gap. Okay.
Wallace Satiti joins the All Blacks at the age of 21. He follows his father into international rugby. His father, Malu Semo Satiti, a Samoan rugby legend. Wallace Satiti had such a fantastic impact on the Chiefs season this year. George Bell's on the field as well, so the All Blacks are going to the bench. Another new cap on, but Fiji have got the ball. been knocked on by the All Blacks. So here's Mangala, and he plays for Bayonne in France. Fiji sensing an opportunity here, bit of a let-off after that try was ruled out for the off-the-ball play by Scott Barrett. So they get the opportunity here, having survived that, well, to get something back, but now the ball's been dropped. And the All Blacks have numbers here. Nice work again from Proctor, although he's upended by Botitu. Hotham having a little snipe on the short side. Good strength, good footwork from the debutant halfback. Bowden Barrett clears it away to McKenzie. Again, some nice handling. Leonard Brown straightening nicely and stepping beautifully as Tupolvai. Ball on the inside. Blackadder couldn't quite control it though. And he played it on the ground. So it's a penalty to Fiji. Taking it quickly and setting off downfield was Mata. Well, they'll just throw everything at them now. Hetet put on the ground. Botitu, I should say, swinging it over the top. Naya Zalevu was ranging out on the left-hand side. Coming up to the three-quarter mark in the game. New Zealand leading 33-5. Now a little chip into space from Armstrong Ravula. Nicely taken though, beautifully taken by McKenzie. Barrett is there, and he senses the chance here for a 50-22. But Naya Zalevu is back, tries to get past the tackle of Sevu Reece. Can't do so. Loses the ball forward, but it's gone off Sevu Reece's hand. It will be a Fiji throw.
Well, large period of play, and that's going to take its toll. The All Blacks have made a number of changes, and Pasilio Tossi is on as well on debut for the All Blacks, so they've cleared the benches. There's Bell getting a little bit of taste of international rugby, and nice work from Proctor. Good hit though, good defence. He made that defensive tackle.
Now Sila wins the line out. Ripped away by Wallace Satiti, so immediate impact from the young loose forward, and the All Blacks have the ball back. Here's Satiti, quick pass away to McKenzie. Leonard Brown having to grab it. Behind him was Bowden Barrett. It's there for Hotham. Satiti trying to get past the tackle of Ikanaveri, can't do so. Leonard Brown this time just goes straight ahead. Hotham, Bell out the back door. McKenzie quickly getting rid of it. Quick movement of the ball. And the All Blacks are now breaking through. On debut is Pasilio Tossi. Gets it back to Satiti. He stopped just a metre short of the line, and De Groot is in. Well, the debutants getting involved, and in the end, it's a try to Ethan De Groot.
They certainly did, all of them. And it started with Noah Hotham. Just took a couple of steps to bring defenders in, created the space, then it was punched onto, and from there on in, the interchange of passing and the decision-making was absolutely perfect. Here's the strip from Satiti, which gave the All Blacks the ball back. Really well done before he made contact with the ground. Turned the ball over there. Watch the work Hotham brings those two defenders in. Tossi off the deep line. He makes a good decision inside to Satiti. They scramble back to get him, but it's just short of the line. Bell cleans out really well, and Ethan De Groot powers over.
All the debutants being involved in what is a really nice try as McKenzie kicks the conversion. And they take complete control in the second half. De Groot comes on as scrummaging has been good from the moment he's entered the fray, but that was good support play, and the tempo from the All Blacks going up. Looks as though a new All Black as well. Sam Derry, proud moment for Hunter and Katrina Derry. He is now an All Black. He goes significant for this team. Another change as well. Looks as though on the outside channel, Amoni Narawa going on for Sevu Reece.
Yes, Sam Derry, 24-year-old, Christ College in Christchurch. His father, Hunter, from North Otago Lock. Mum, Katrina, All Black nutritionist. Barrett, that's better work from New Zealand at the restart. 40-5 now. Still 20 minutes to play. Bell wrestling it back on the New Zealand side. And, well, he's caught a turnover there. Cantiveri did a pretty good job of stopping it from coming out. I'm not sure how he got away with that.
Illegally, absolutely, Tony. You called it. Yes, it's a collapsed wall, but when the maul collapsed, the ball was presented, which then turns it into a ruck, and Cantiveri was prolonged across the ruck, playing the ball on the ground. So he got away with that. They'll take it, though.
That 45.
Tossi.
I know it's difficult.
Levin Bourne.
It's difficult when he comes in.
Made the call just 4 years ago. Daniel Cron, he was playing number 8, Tossi, and Daniel Cron, the American scrum coach, said to him, why don't you try playing prop? He hasn't looked back. Here he is now, an All Black. It's quite a remarkable story.
I'm sure if I got asked that, I would say yes.
That was the first question he had to get.
Think about
he
it.
got that right, and now
did.
he's wearing the jersey for the All Blacks.
Another All Black for Rotorua Boys High School.
Advantage, 18 collapse.
And just as we say that, he's penalised. Fiji under advantage. Kurivoli. Muntz in jersey 22. Ball's been lost.
18. Bring your feet up, please.
Just didn't quite set himself right, did Tossi.
Defensively, I quite like seeing Damien McKenzie defend in his normal channel. English series, the All Blacks pushed him back to either fullback or on the wing to defend in that position. That time, he just fronted, and he's a brave defender. He can knock any player that comes into his zone over, and I just feel that maybe keeping him there and keeping him in those situations where he's defending like a 10, playing like a 10, will just help his growth.
I wonder if that comes back to that threat in the air of the opposition as well, in terms of those cross kicks, one-on-one situations with tall opposition wingers having a weight on, being able to get up in the air, allowing a Beauden Barrett to stay in the backfield, use his height. So whether that's just a slight adjustment, but you're right, he doesn't lack courage, Damien McKenzie, and he's a tough individual.
Cantiveri is still there. Line out his claim. Sila. They're trying to drive it away. Blacks holding initially, just edging forward. Ball squirts out the back. Kurivoli standing nicely in the tackle. Tawake getting over the ball nicely though. Oh, that's really good work from Darry. They get a penalty, and I think there might be a bit of trouble here. There's a talk about a neck roll in there. Vanua was the man picked out for the neck roll, but some really nice work from this man here on debut, Sam Darry.
Defensively all round it was good. The All Blacks exposed the Fijian more. Subsequently meant they struggled to free it as it came out to Kuruvoli. When he wasn't expecting it, the All Blacks then swooped on the breakdown as well. Really good work from Sam Darry. What a great start to his Test career, getting an early turnover.
Yeah, and first turnover, genuine turnover, the breakdown for the All Blacks tonight.
George Bell, the pride of Shag Valley in northeast Otago. Blackadder comes away with it, straightening as he's done all night. Leonard Brown, what a good game he's had. Hotham will kick. Giving chases. Clark gets airborne. And the ball's gone loose. Clark's got it, but they'll come back. Leaping into the air, took the man out. It's a penalty, Fiji.
The good sign is Caleb Clark's intent to try and challenge for the ball. The bad sign, he didn't get that anywhere near right. Caleb Clark, he challenged himself in the air and took the player out who was coming forward towards it. So, interesting tactic from the All Blacks, but you talked about it, Justin, about whether or not that's a tactic going forward. You know, nice set piece, got to a nice carry over the advantage line, then good weighted kick. You know, those are things they'll use against teams who defensively are very strong and they want to get some territory. Just watch here. His eyes are up, but then when he jumps, he's taken out the player.
Fiji have it from the line out. Here's Zanakai Vata. The sevens rep, the 22. Commonwealth Games.
Shoulder.
Here he is on the ball, lengthening stride and getting up and bouncing out and going again. He'll get the ball back on the inside, but he finds Blackadder. Bouncing through the hands to Leonard Brown, spots a little gap in front of himself. It's back with Fiji now. And Muntz finds some space. Magala are really opening up now. And Fiji are just 5 metres away from the line, seeking their second try. They had one ruled out, and now they're penalised. And that's some really good work at the breakdown from big Pasilio Tosi.
Well, Fiji, as Barrett kicks for touch, Fiji will rue missed opportunities. They've had multiple chances in the red zone, and it's just been the smallest accuracy. And sometimes when you make a line break, the hardest thing is to get in support of that player. But they had opportunity here, and that's just great work from Tosi. Technique was good, really quick to get on the ball and to try and lift.
Yeah.
Change being made at hooker. Cyril Tama played this year for the Drua. And these Manukau Steelers.
What a rise for George Bell. Lincoln Rams, Christchurch, Top Rugby, onto the Crusaders. This is now an All Black. Outstanding.
Finds Jacobson with a throw. He's done some good work. Bell coming in at the back, product of John McGlashan College and Dunedin, of course, who gave us Andrew Hoare. Pumped high by Hotham. Contestable too. Narawa got up after it. Hotham was there fighting for it, but Fiji have it back. Randrandra, nice ball away to Botitu. He's looked dangerous when he's got involved from the back and scampering away. Could have volleyed, so Fiji getting some momentum going again. Nice hand-to-hand stuff, but as has been the case throughout the game, just when things look to be opening up, there's either a good tackle or a spill or maybe a combination of both.
I know it's resulted in an error, and this might sound a bit bizarre to say, but that was actually really good to watch. Like the offloading ability, check it all out. Nice timing here. The punch comes in, the little snipe from Karua, volley, and then offload off the ground, another offload. That's the way they play. If they can make those stick, Fiji, really hard to contain.
They've made 25 metres really quickly.
In a real narrow space.
Yeah. And if they're able to control that one last one, then all of a sudden the spaces on the outside of the field are open. And it was great work, I think, from Scott Barrett, who got back and just effected the tackle at the right time.
Fiji this time coming back at the All Blacks with a bit of a shove. Mackenzie grubbering it up over halfway. And that's gone out on the full. Rare mistake from Vilimoni Botitu in this match.
Scenario the All Blacks be really happy with line out time. The accuracy, there was some defensive issues that England were able to present and challenge the All Blacks. Look, different challenge here. No Mario Toje tonight, but they've been more accurate.
Gary wins the line out. Blackadder at the front. Bell very strong with ball in hand. The young hooker. Now Gary driving it ahead towards the 22. Hotham. Change of direction from Leonard Brown, who's just been quite excellent in this match. Hotham trying to scramble away. Satiti does well to keep it going. Barrett now. Clark gives him the ball, says make something of it. Takes play down to the 22. Hotham sweeps it away. Here's Darry again. And he's lost the ball in contact. Hetet comes away with it. Now Kuruvoli. Muntz sends it on. And Randrandra, who's got a roving role now in this game, popping up all over the place. Once again on the ball, trying to stretch the All Black defence out on the left. Here's Tangi Valu, sends the pass back on the inside. Volley's looked lively since coming on. Now it's Wanigolo, the right winger. Volley, Muntz sends it on. Nayazalevu takes play almost to the 10-metre mark. Into the last 10 minutes of the game, accelerating as Muntz. Good solid tackle from Jacobson. Randrandra. No way through the tackle of Proctor. Prolonged period with ball in hand here for Fiji. Navanua. Tawake. Volley sends it back to the left. Work out here for the All Black defences. Fiji come at them through a dozen phases now. Back the other way they come. And it's Tawaki again on the ball. Lost the handle with the throw. Satiti got a hold of it. Bit of a wild pass there from the group, but Mackenzie's there, turns and decides to hoof it away downfield. And this will be a big gain for the All Blacks, although Waningolo comes away, tries to get past Clark. Good tackle. And in the end, Potitu has to bang it away into touch.
I'm really impressed with Caleb Clark tonight. I think he's done some things really well. Little things like that, when you chase a kick, it's up to your chase to how much quality you can get out of it. And as the All Blacks make a change, and Beauden Barrett, it's not bad to be able to bring on a brother in Geordie Barrett, who's going to play at full-back, return to the backfield for the side, but really impressed with Caleb Clark tonight. His footwork has been strong as that changes Barrett. Nice for Caleb Clark.
Ball one at the front of the line out by Satiti. Proctor does well again, just changing the angle of attack, and then Noah Hotham not entitled to play the ball off the ground like that. Caleb Muntz with the kick away and a touch. Coming back from a terrible injury. Really unfortunate, Caleb Muntz. He was in great form last year, but got injured in that, or just after that historic win over England in the build-up to the Rugby World Cup. Injured his knee, needed surgery, missed a lot of the Drua season, which gave Armstrong Ravula the chance. Now Fiji. Randrandra charging on to the long pass, now carried on by Tungiatama. Coming for Kuruvoli. So Fiji making a real effort to get a second try on the board here. They've had very much the majority of possession in the last 5 or so minutes. The All Blacks holding them out. Good defence from Bell. Again, ball jolted clear. Gary gets a nice ball away, and here's Mackenzie in a bit of space. Tried to chop back on the inside. Oh, Darry's done really well there too to hang on to the infield pass. Mackenzie straight back into the action. Numbers assembled away to the right, but there's a gap up the middle for Proctor. He's taken on halfway, snapped up nicely by Satiti. Now Geordie Barrett, he's got Nanawa with him, gets the ball away. Well, it was out of the back of the hand, and it was dipping on Nanawa, and he couldn't hang on to it.
He had to go to Satiti on the inside. Geordie Barrett, that's just where slow the leg speed, bring that defender into you, buy time. Really nice from Darry. Some of his touches have been outstanding. Mackenzie put the hammer down, but couldn't find the space, but Darry does well to keep it alive. Here's Satiti with the distribution, and he's the inside player. As he gravitates here, Geordie Barrett, you can see Satiti was free, and he went for the miracle on the outside.
Yeah, no, that's probably not good enough from Geordie Barrett. He knows better than that as a player. Ball not even 2 hands. Could have dummied, could have worked the defender even more, created the space on the outside, particularly as the fresh man. You would expect to be able to be nice and aggressive on there, and like you say, Satiti, who's worked hard, looked as though feeling a bit of fatigue on the inside, but he would have seen his first test try had he got the option. So they'll be disappointed. Those are little opportunities if you're a coaching staff, you look at it and go, we've missed one, we've given one away.
Well, we saw it at Eden Park, didn't we? There was a try that the All Blacks, just by not taking the right option, didn't take. And in some test matches, you might only get one or two of those. You're getting plenty in a game like this.
Well, he'll be really pleased, Scott Robertson, with the efforts off the bench, particularly from the players on debut. I mentioned Darry, but Bell, he's going like a bone. Man, he is working hard. So Titi, we've seen, has had some great touches as well. And you would have to say that they've all slotted in. Tossi, really, really seamlessly, which will really please the coach. Mentioned everybody, I believe, that's on debut, have I not?
Well, what's a great interest
Hotham
now
as well, obviously,
Hotham,
who got thrown into the game, didn't he?
Yeah, all of a sudden now the selection conversation might be slightly different as you head towards Argentina in the Rugby Championship, knowing that you've got Bledisloe Cup and a Rugby Championship involving South Africa on the horizon. So all of these things, all of this experience, now they've got an idea what these guys might be capable of. Where's their next opportunity going to come from?
Solid Fiji scrum this time.
No, you're not onside, you're not onside.
Good a volley.
Use it.
Wants a couple more bodies in the way before he sends the pass back for the clearing kick. Caleb Muntz.
Probably the only one that we haven't seen get many opportunities in the last sort of 15 minutes is Moni Narawa, which has been a long wait for him to come back into this game. Hasn't managed to get ball in hand, and Sevu Reece has been very, very good for the All Blacks in the 2.5 games. But Narawa's a guy a lot of us are very excited about to see back out there. I just wonder when his next chance might come.
3 weeks' time, the All Blacks' next match. It's against Argentina. Barrett wins the line-out. George Bell having a little look. Just waiting for the call from the referee. And now it's with Hotham. Proctor takes it into contact. Randrandra really operating in the centres. And now, well, just right on cue, Narawa bursting through, getting the ball away to Setiti. Encouraging the way the new players are getting involved. Hotham quickly through the hands by Barrett. Space here for Clark, looking for 3. Stop 10 short. All Blacks pressing. Bell with the carry. Clark having another go for the line. Stopped by Botitu. Just a couple of metres away now. He's in on debut.
No.
It's a try to George Bell in his first match in the All Black jersey.
And you can see by the emotion, George Bell absolutely surrounded by his teammates. He's had an outstanding impact on the game. Setiti's power evident. Very promising what he's going to be able to deliver should he get more chances. Equally, Caleb Clark has been energetic all day, and then eventually the opportunity, he still had some work to do to George Bell, but the body height was perfect and he got to the chalk. Oh, what a moment for the young man.
Yeah, congratulations. You've come out and scored a try on debut, followed other players, and for him it's been a big moment for a lot of these guys to get their opportunity, their first opportunity in All Black jersey, to cap it off with a try. Special moment.
Look how far McKenzie's taken this ball back.
Good, mate.
Oh, he's got the angle right, though. That's a terrific kick. The All Blacks threatening 50 now, 47-5. George Bell, well, to make it into the All Blacks, he had to fight his way past some seasoned campaigners, the likes of Ricky Riccatelli, Kurt Eklund, who'd been in good form in Super Rugby, clearly an investment in the future, and he's done plenty on debut. Loose from the restart, but Narawa has done well back through the hands, and here's a good charge again. Tossi involved, but Narawa couldn't take the hurried offload.
Well, I guess it's worth mentioning as well that the All Blacks next task is the Rugby Championship, where they will name a Rugby Championship squad. This squad has been solely for the English and this Fijian component of their first 3 test matches, but Scott Robertson and selectors and coaches will now need to sit down and name their side for this first test against Argentina in Wellington, against the first one in the Rugby Championship.
We want to follow that at Eden Park. Fiji, their next match will be in the Pacific Nations Cup against Samoa on August the 23rd. Certainly had to travel for the early part of their year. Twickenham, Georgia, San Diego.
Let's go.
We'll be looking forward to getting back and playing some rugby close to home.
Rugby Championship squad as well for the All Blacks, 36-man squad. Some players will come into the fold, like Will Jordan, who's been out training, and looks as though he'll be back playing some pre-season for Tasman in New Zealand. So you get a sense that there's a few guys on the horizon. Sam Kane's back fit and available. There'll be some great interest in the next All Black squad.
Certainly will. And some players that have put their hands up big time through opportunities.
Matthew Carling calls him into the scrum. He's had a pretty good game too, the referee. Allowed the players to express themselves. And he blows his whistle to end the game. So the All Blacks, their trip to San Diego has been a success. Drawn a crowd of around 30,000, have entertained them, so too have the Flying Fijians, but in the end, it's the All Blacks 7 tries to 1 who win it by 47-5.